Claude, Tommy Vercetti, Carl Johnson, Mike, Tony Cipriani, Vic Vance, Nico Bellic, Johnny Klebitz, Luis Lopez, Huang Li, Franklin Trevor, Michael, plus all of these. I just told you the names of all GTA protagonists, but I would like to know how fast you can hear their names in game. As you know, GTA 1, 2, Advance and China Wars are not voiced, so they'll have to sit this one out. What we gotta hear is the full name, a short version of the name, a nickname or a slight variation of the name. The only exception I'll make is for instance T for Trevor, M for Michael and so on. Those do not count because they're just letters. The rules are: timer starts when clicking new game, I cannot skip any cutscenes, and the timer starts after a character finishes saying the name. With all this said, let's begin with GTA 3. Alright, so here's the deal with GTA 3. In this game nobody actually says Claude. Absolutely nobody throughout the whole game, but instead of disqualifying this game I'm gonna do something else. So, from the release of GTA 3 until San Andreas, people thought that the name of Claude is Fido because in one single cutscene, Maria calls him Fido, and of course in San Andreas Catalina calls him Claude, but before that his official name was Fido, which is what I'm gonna use for this video. I'll stop my timer after I hear Fido, which means I gotta play through half the game. So play through Introduction, Give Me Liberty, Luigi's Girls, Don't Spank My Bitch Up, Drive Misty for Me, which introduces me to Joey's missions, which I can start, My Clip's Last Lunch, Farewell Chunky Lee Chong, Van Heist, Cipriani Chauffeur, Taking Out the Laundry, The Pickup, Salvatore's Coda Meeting, and here we go. After you finish this mission you can start Chaperone, in which you can hear Claude's second name.
Me and the fellas need to talk business, so you're gonna look after my girl for the evening. Hey, Maria! Move your butt! Dumb broad does this every time. And here she is, the one and only Queen of Sheba. What were you doing up there? Whatever it was, I bet it cost me money.
Well, you don't think I hang around here for the conversation, do you?
Get in the car and keep your big mouth shut. Take the limo, but bring it back in one piece, you hear me? And watch her. She can be trouble.
Yeah. I'm sure your new lapdog has everything covered. And isn't he big and strong? A fighter.
And here we go, 32 minutes. Of course I could disqualify this game, and honestly I should, but let's just include more games. This is not gonna win, it's gonna be on last spot, and this is why it doesn't matter. What does matter though is Vice City, because in this game we can hear his name, and we can hear it pretty quickly. So let's start a new game and let's go.
Tommy Vercetti!
7 seconds, guys, the first word in this game, in the very first cutscene, is Tommy Vercetti. How crazy is that? Compare this to GTA 3, which took 32 minutes. We have a winner contender here. Let's go with GTA San Andreas. In this game we gotta hear CJ, Carl Johnson and whatnot. So let's begin a new game and see if we can hear it in the first cutscene.
After 5 years on the East Coast, it was time to go home.
Welcome to Los Santos Airport.
What's up? Carl.
That's right, in the airport we can hear his name, Carl, which took just 17 flippin' seconds. Slower than GTA Vice City, but I don't think much can compete with Vice City honestly, but I could be proven wrong. So let's move on to LCS. So let's start a new game and see what we're gonna do. So first of all we get a cutscene initially, which is actually not voiced. Yes, the whole cutscene is not voiced. So Tony calls somebody, he picks up a bus and he goes to the mansion of Salvatore, which is a different cutscene. Let's watch it.
Hey, so there he is, huh?
Hey.
So listen, Tony.
Listen, Tony, indeed, 1 minute and 11 seconds. Most of this is actually loading times, but not much I can do about that. This is the PSP version, which loads pretty slowly, and this is why this was so flippin' slow. Let's move on to Vice City Stories and see how we do here. Once again we start with a cutscene which is not voiced. We arrive in a truck at the army base. Vic doesn't say anything, the guard also doesn't say anything, the person who greets me doesn't, and we move on to the next cutscene, in which
Vic Vance!
the first words are Vic Vance. And this took less than LCS. Very cool, let's move on to GTA 4, which has a pretty lengthy loading time as you can see. Let's see, how long is this gonna take me? Like 20 seconds? 15 seconds? Let's see. As you can see, 10 seconds so far, man. Most of it is on loading times. I wish I didn't include loading times, honestly, but it's only fair. Okay, here we go.
Daddy's back, you bitches! Daddy's back, you bitches!
Dave, come on.
Come on,
Nico.
Okay, so this took me 35 seconds, but 20 of which were loading times. If you guys don't care about loading times, then remove 20 seconds from this, which would put it before San Andreas if you do that, because San Andreas was 17 seconds. Okay, but what about the first expansion for GTA 4? Well, this expansion is actually terrible because we don't hear his name for quite a while. So you start the game like normal, you get a bunch of loading screens, and then you are plopped in front of the clubhouse. In here nobody mentions his name, which is quite unfortunate. In the next cutscene, however, we see his name, but we don't actually hear it. Johnny Klebets. It's a cool introduction, but you cannot hear the name. So we gotta watch the whole cutscene, which is actually very lengthy. It has an amazing soundtrack, but we are not here for that. We are here for the name. In the next cutscene we see Billy, who talks to some dudes. And once again, nobody mentions Johnny, even when Billy talks to us. Billy Gray is all dressed up, and we can hop onto our bikes. We get a loading screen once again, which is also pretty darn lengthy, but then we get put on a bike and...
Come on, brothers! Get me back to church!
Only Billy Gray would get taken down on a distribution beef and end up in a country club. How are things in there?
You know, John Boy,
Yep, you heard it, John Boy, which I'm gonna actually accept because it's a variation of the name John Boy, which took more than 5 minutes, dude. It's on second to last place. Unfortunate. Let's see if the second expansion is gonna be better and more lucky. We of course get a huge loading screen again, with some nice music, but still a loading screen. I hate loading screens, everybody should hate loading screens, but it is how it is. Oh boy. But afterwards, after it finishes, which is gonna take a while, come on, again 20 seconds or something. Holy crap, man, GTA 4 was faster! Wow, is this gonna take 30?
Hey, yo, I'm a gun club member. I'm gonna take these rookies downtown. Are you with me? Hey, what's your name, son?
It's Luis.
It's Luis. He said his own name in 36 seconds. Or of course, if you don't count the loading times, it's about 10 seconds. This is ridiculous. Alright, so how is GTA 5? Well, in GTA 5, we are robbing a bank. So of course we cannot actually use our names. We use T, we use M and whatnot. Which means the whole bank section we cannot actually hear the names. And we have two names to pick. We don't have Franklin here, so we have to hear Trevor, Michael, or of course a variation of this name. So in the bank itself we cannot hear it. Outside the bank shooting the cops we can still not hear it. Inside a car we can also not hear it. But then we crash. So let's hear this.
where the fuck's the chopper? Fuck. I'm gonna check around back. Ah! Oh, the fucking bed! Someone must have fucking talked! Alright, Brad's gonna be fine. We gotta get the fuck out of here! I'm hit! Oh, Jesus! T, you gotta get out of here! I'm gonna leave you, Mikey!
Once again, for the probably third time, we heard T, which I'm not accepting, but afterwards we heard Mikey, which is a variation of Michael's name. And it took us 5.5 minutes to hear that, which is 16 seconds slower than GTA Lost and Damned. So these are the times, guys. Vice City and San Andreas, congratulations to you. Honestly, GTA 4 and the Battle of Gay Tony would have done so much better if they didn't have such huge loading screens. GTA 3 should honestly be disqualified, and GTA 5 was super mega slow. I hope you guys enjoyed. What should I touch next? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and a special thank you to Olaveri, Karin, Gaze Nice, Sean Pasca, Faith, Monish Puri, Pahir Sash, Trishinte, Bad Boy Hero, Jebediah, Redux, Versetti Gwen, Jim Francescos, and everybody else.